No Tai Chi forms are needed today. That may sound too small for a Qigong lesson, but this is exactly where many beginners after 60 get stuck. Beginners do not always quit because Qigong is too hard. Sometimes they quit because the first lesson asks for too much too soon. They are asked to copy movements before they have a way to begin. Master Chen does not begin with a form. He begins with a doorway, one room, one body, 7 quiet minutes, because the real beginning happens before the form begins. And here is the surprising part. The first real motion comes only in minute 6. That sounds backwards, but in this method, the first movement tests whether the beginning worked. The first 5 minutes prepare the body so the movement does not arrive as another instruction to chase. This is the Fresh Start 7. 1 minute to settle, 2 minutes to breathe, 2 minutes to loosen, 1 minute for a single simple Qigong motion, and 1 minute to close without forms, memorizing, or performance. Minute 1 is settle, because most beginners start by moving, while Master Chen starts by checking whether the body has arrived. You can sit near a stable chair or stand with support close enough to touch. Let both feet meet the floor. Let the hands rest low, either hanging by the sides or resting on the thighs. Do not arrange yourself like a demonstration. Begin from the room you are actually in. This is where many beginners lose the practice before it begins. The mind is already trying to copy the next instruction, while the body is still catching up. Small is not weak when it is clear. For this first minute, ask only one question. Can the body stop chasing the lesson long enough to arrive? Only after the body stops chasing the next instruction do we add the breath. Minutes 2 and 3 are for breathing. Many people turn breathing into another task. They hear breathe deeply, and suddenly the ribs lift, the face tightens, and the chest tries to prove something. Do not make the breath impressive. Let it become honest enough to follow. Breathe in a way that feels natural. If the nose is comfortable, use it. If not, simply breathe without forcing. As the breath leaves, let the elbows feel heavier, the tongue rest inside the mouth, and the eyes soften. The first breath signals that the body can move without hurry. By the end of the 3rd minute, you have already started Qigong without learning a single Tai Chi form. You have practiced attention, breath, posture, and movement away from hurry. Keep this gentle, stay near support if you need it, and stop if anything feels wrong. When the breath becomes quieter, the shoulders usually reveal the next problem. Minutes 4 and 5 are for loosening. Loose does not mean collapsed, sleepy, floppy, or careless. Master Chen loosens the places that steal effort: shoulders, jaw, and hands. Start with the shoulders by lifting them only a little, then let them drop as if they no longer need to protect the ears. Open the hands, close them softly, and open them again while the jaw releases. If you turn the head, turn only a small amount, then come back to center. The shoulders often reveal what the mind is pretending not to rush. From the outside, this can look almost too simple, sitting with feet on the floor and hands resting, or standing beside the chair without leaning hard on it. There is no mat, no special clothing, and no empty studio. Only a small place where the body can stop acting as if every instruction is urgent. Here is the midpoint lesson. In the Fresh Start 7, movement is not the beginning. It tests the quality of the start. If the breath, feet, shoulders, and hands are still chasing each other, a form will only give you more to chase. A form is easier to learn when the body is no longer rushing to prove itself. These first 5 minutes are practice, not a waiting room. Now comes the part that feels too small, and that is why it works. Minute 6 is one motion, even though most people want a form here, and Master Chen gives them something smaller. Start with the hands low in front of the body. As you breathe in comfortably, let the hands float upward only to the lower ribs or chest. As you breathe out, Let them return down while the elbows stay soft and the shoulders quiet. Let the hands rise and fall like they are following the breath, not commanding it. Make the movement slightly smaller than your ambition. That phrase matters because beginners often move as large as they imagine Qigong should look. The first victory is arrival, so if this feels too easy, make it smaller, not bigger. If you are seated, use the same motion with the feet resting, the hands floating up a short distance, and the hands settling down. If one shoulder complains, reduce the height. If the breath becomes forced, reduce the speed. If the mind starts asking whether this is enough, return to the hands and make the motion plain again. On one side, a complicated Tai Chi form may look beautiful. On this side, one quiet motion teaches you how to begin. When the motion arrives, ask what it reveals. Did the breath stay natural? Did the shoulders stay quiet? And did the hands move without the body rushing behind them? Minute 7 is close. Many beginners finish the motion and immediately leave the body. They judge it, compare it, or wonder whether they should learn a real form now. The final minute is not an ending. It is how the body remembers the start.
Let the hands rest again.
Feel the feet or the seat beneath you, and let the breath become ordinary. Notice one small change. Maybe the shoulders are lower, the hands are warmer, the face is softer, or the room feels less demanding. Do not rush this minute, because closing is how the practice teaches the next morning. Remember the fresh start 7. 1 minute to arrive, 2 minutes to breathe without performing, 2 minutes to loosen what steals effort, 1 minute to move smaller than ambition, and 1 minute to close before leaving. No Tai Chi forms are needed today. Forms can come later if you want them. Today is the doorway, and the doorway is enough for the first step. Many beginners think the problem is age, stiffness, or not being coordinated enough. Sometimes the problem is simpler. They were asked to copy too much before they had a way to begin. Tell me in the comments, what makes it hardest for you to start? Remembering movements, feeling unsure in your body, breathing naturally, loosening the shoulders, or knowing where to begin? Subscribe for more simple Chinese movement principles for beginners after 60. In the next episode, Master Chen will show 5 Tai Chi mistakes that make beginners quit after 60, including the one mistake that makes a simple movement feel complicated before it even starts.